Yo guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the Eastern Conference Finals Game 2 here on Friday. I got two more plays for you guys in this video that we're going to get into in 1 second. First, before we do, like always, make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. It's free. It takes 1 second. It helps me out so much. Please make sure to drop a like. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. Obviously, I post these free pick videos for you guys every single day. And to recap how we've been doing in the NBA so far the last couple videos, we have been doing great. So we were on a 6-0 run going into the video on Thursday. We ended up missing because SGA had 3 rebounds in the first quarter and ended the game with 3 rebounds. So unfortunate. I don't even know how that's possible. But anyways, we're still on a 7-1 run. So hopefully we could end up on a 9-1 run after this video and these two picks. First, before we get into those plays really quickly, the best advice I can give you guys, I've said it a billion times. I'm going to continue to say it because I know every video I post, there's more and new people watching that haven't seen the advice before. So that advice is to get on these apps, Sleeper, Chalkboard, and Parlay Play. So all 3 of these apps, the reason I'm saying to get on is because they will give you a $100 deposit match for free just by hopping on the app using code GHOST. So when you use code GHOST on these apps, you get $100 for free, and on Chalkboard and Sleeper, you get a free Jalen Brunson square for this game today on Friday. So look at this map right here. If you live in any one of these colored states on these maps right here, especially these purple states on the Chalkboard map, all those states are new. So if you live in one of those states, that means you can now finally download the Chalkboard app. I will leave the links for all these apps down below in the description of this video, but they're basically all the same, super similar. Right when you download it, it's going to ask you right away if you have a promo code. Just make sure to type in code GHOST before you deposit. It has to be before you deposit. You can't go back and change it afterwards. So make sure you use code GHOST before you deposit. And that way you will get a $100 deposit match and free squares again on Sleeper and Chalkboard. The links down below basically do it for you. So I would just obviously recommend to use the links. It's going to basically do it for you, just quicker, easier. But again, as long as you get on those apps, you have to make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit. That way, you will get the free money, get the free plays. So obviously, if you get on all 3 apps, you can get up to $300 for free and 2 free squares for this game on Friday. Again, I've said it before. I'm going to continue to say it, guys. If you start off Friday with $300 for free and 2 free squares, you'd almost have to try to lose money on Friday. So hopefully you guys do take advantage of that. And again, there's a ton of new states for that. So make sure to check the states and then get those apps using code GHOST. All links are down below in the description. But like I said, hopefully we could start on go on a 9-1 run here. We're obviously on a 7-1 run right now. We really should have cashed. I thought we were going to be on an 8-0 run, but whatever. We're going to put that behind us now. We're getting into this game. Game 1 here between the Knicks and the Pacers was insane. Obviously, we all know, the buzzer beater by Howley sends it to overtime. It was an insane game. I think this series is going to be one of the best series we've seen in a long time. So going into game 2 here, we're going to be taking things that I really liked in game 1. The one player I loved watching in game 1, and I loved everything I was seeing from him, was Josh Hart on his rebounds. He ended the game with 13 rebounds, and if you just watch the game, it made sense. It wasn't a fluke at all. It made sense that he was getting these rebounds. If you know anything about the Knicks, anything about the Pacers, you know that the Pacers for about the last 3 years now has had one of, if not the fastest paces of play in the entire league, meaning there's more possessions, more shots, more rebounds in every single game that they play. So with that being said, Josh Hart also plays 45 minutes a game. I mean, the guy basically does not come off the court. He has insane stamina. He's going up and down the court, and he's literally the best rebounding guard in the entire league. I don't even think it's up for debate. So Josh Hart on his rebounds, I love it. Just watching that last game, it made a ton of sense. He's in for so many minutes. He's in for so many possessions, so many missed shots. So he has so many opportunities for rebounds in this series. So what I did is I went back and checked what he's been doing against the Pacers the last couple games. But what I ended up finding is the last 11 times he has played the Pacers in his career, he has had at least 10 rebounds in all 11 of those games. So 11 games straight, he has had at least 10 rebounds against the Pacers. That is insane. And again, that goes back to what I was saying originally. This is not a fluke that he ended the game with 13 rebounds. It's not a fluke. He plays a ton of minutes. There's a ton of missed shots. He's going to rack up a ton of rebounds. So this seems like a very safe play for us. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it, but like I said, 11 straight games against the Pacers where he's had at least 10 rebounds. So what it seems like on paper is it seems like worst case scenario, he ties with 10 and then we don't lose any money. And then obviously if he goes anything over 10, we cash. That's great. But worst case scenario, he should end the game with about 10. By the way, sleeper, chalkboard, and parlay play, all three have his line at 9.5 rebounds. So again, I'd highly recommend to get on one of those apps. Their lines and payouts are better. I said that last video. They had Ant and Shea SGA's rebounds at a better line. So take advantage of that. The lines yesterday were better. The lines today are better. The lines are always better on those apps. So I'd recommend another reason why to have those apps. But over 9.5 on those apps, over 10 on Prizepicks. I think that's perfectly fine. But let's get into the second play. The second play is going to be Miles Turner, and we're going to be taking him over his 2-pointers made. So it's kind of a weird start. Sorry, guys, I'm still kind of having a cough, but it's kind of a weird stat. I know I don't think I've ever taken this on a free play on this channel, but we're taking him over his 2-pointers made if I can find it. So 3 is the line right here. I really, really like this line. If you look at what he's done in the playoffs, if we're just looking at games where he's played at least 30 minutes, so it's not a blowout, he's not in foul trouble, nothing like that. Every normal game he's played in the playoffs so far, he's only gone under this line in 2 games. Every other game, he's getting at least 3 and tying the line, or going way over. So going against the Knicks here, he has now played the Knicks 3 times this season. Another situation, he's at least tied it or gone over every game. The first game, he had 5 2-pointers made. The second time, he had 3 2-pointers made. And then obviously, this last game, he had 5 2-pointers made. So he's had 5, 3, and 5 against the Knicks this season. 3 just seems way too low for him. I think this is another line that we're going to see at 3. Just be very safe. Worst case scenario, he gets 3, he ties. It is what it is. We're not losing any money in that situation. But obviously, we've seen him get 5, 6, 7. He's had games with 8 2-pointers made. So it wouldn't be shocking at all if he just goes way over this line. But again, I think that worst case scenario, he should get at least 3 still, and then we're safe. So we're playing a very safe lineup here today with these 2 plays, but these are my favorite 2 plays of this game on Friday. Again, guys, make sure to drop a like on this video. I'd really, really appreciate that. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm posting these videos every day for you guys. I'm grinding them out. And again, we're on a 7-1 run right now. Hopefully we could end on a 9-1 run after this game on Friday. But last but not least, before we get out of here, guys, I'm going to remind you again, all the links are down below in the description. It's going to take you 5 minutes to do. Getting on these apps using code GHOST, you get $100 for free for every app you get on, and a free square for sleeper and chalkboard. So again, guys, it's going to take you 5 minutes, and it's basically a guaranteed 100 or 200 or even $300 with 5 minutes of your time. So again, links down below. Just make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit so you can get all that free money and all those free plays. Other than that, these are the 2 plays I have for you for this game on Friday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.